Hi, this is James from Evolution Designs, and today I wanted to talk with you about a new bookmarking site. This site is relatively new. From what I can tell, most of the accounts are about 2 years old or just over that. And what this tool is basically just a bookmarking site like Delicious or Stumble. But what's great about it is that when you save a site or you save a picture, it actually shows you that picture when you're looking at it from that site. Unlike Delicious, where you just get a link and some maybe a description, and that's about it. With this new one, which is called Zootool, you get a picture of the image or the page you're saving, and then if you click on like that picture, you get a little bit more information about it, like when it was saved, and if there's a description, you get a description as well. What I like about this site is the fact that I can save almost any kind of document, file, image, web page, video, whatever it is that's possible to save. You can do it here. The best part is that most of the links on here back to your site or back to where you save are going to be do follow, whereas with Delicious, they're all no follow. So that's for SEO and everything. That's not as good, and you would prefer to have that do follow. So what I would recommend doing is looking into this site, but you still need to use Delicious as well, because that site is where you're going to get a lot more traffic. And as this site goes on, and they start to get bigger, you will start to get traffic from them. Alright, now that we have talked about just introducing you to Zootool, the next step is to either create an account or sign in. So the first thing you want to do is go up to the top right hand corner, where you'll see the different options available for you if you're already signed in. In your case, you should see the option of either sign in, and so you'll go ahead and click on that. At this point, you'll either sign in or create an account. You're going to have those options available for you. You just click on, if you already have an account, go ahead and sign in. If not, click on the button that says join. There you're going to create a username, an email address, and then you're going to accept the terms of service and go ahead and confirm that. Go ahead and hit OK. And now that you've done that, you're now part of the community. Once you're part of the community, let's go ahead and talk. We should probably go through some of the things that are going to happen first. The first thing that's going to happen is it's going to pop up with a little window telling you to sign up for this tool called the Lasso. What I'd recommend is maybe not selecting that yet. That's what I chose, and just kind of go through the site itself, and that's how we're going to do it here. So go ahead and cancel out of that, and then you should go ahead and make sure you're on the home page. And on the home page, what you're going to see is basically everyone's latest post, or you can click the following. You won't have anyone you're following, maybe just the creator or one of the admins. And then you have popular, which is going to be the most popular items that have been saved the most. So as you can see under everyone, this is kind of what you're going to look at. And then let's go ahead and click on Zoo. This will be blank for you guys, but this is basically where all your files, all your images, videos, save pages, everything that you do is going to be saved here. It's called the Zoo. And as you can see, I do have a small amount of stuff in here. I mean, it's slowly building. I try to save at least 2 or 3 times a day, and I have been using this almost daily for about 2 weeks now. And what it looks like on your left here, you'll see all your items in the Zoo, and then they break them down into packs. This is basically what you would see on your blog or on your website or whatever your bookmarking is for categories or tags. In this case, it's going to be categories. And as you can tell, when you select them, it's only going to show blogging resources, community, would be ComLove, anything related to ComLove, design resources, illustrations, inspirational, photography, SEO, wallpapers, and WordPress resources. Let's say I need to create a new category. I go on this plus button, and now I can either enter it in. Let's say I want to change the name. I would then I would select the one I want to change. I'd hit the gear button right here. Either click rename or delete, and I'll delete it. That's what happens when it deletes. since we've gone through that, let's go ahead and take a look at the profile. This is what pretty much everyone sees when they click on your image. We'll start with all, which is basically going to show everything that's in your zoo. Then you can go down to images, and this is going to break them down into images so you can see kind of what they look like as an image. Then you got videos. I only have one video. No documents, and all my pages show up. So first thing we'll do is let's go ahead and select a picture to look at. So I clicked on this. Then it's going to give you who originally saved it, when it was saved, how many views it's gotten, link to the original zoo, the description, and then where you can find it if you want to go see the original source. And then if you want to trash it, this is of course if you save it yourself, you can share it or you can edit the information. Once you're done looking at that, you can go look at people. This is going to be everyone on the network, and if you click on one of their images, you can see what's going on with their information. Of course, what you'll see is like what you'll see on your own profile, the name of the person, how many entries they have, where their account is, or their web page, how long they've been a member, and if you want to follow them or not, and where you can, if you wanted to stalk them or just follow them, you got that right there. You can click all the different various networks, shows how many people they're following. And let's go through this person's stuff and see if we can find something we want to look at. So right now there's really nothing that I want to share with anyone else. I would pick somebody else. And let's say I wanted to share this. I'd hit the heart. I could select a pack, which is where I want to put it, add the tags, share it to Twitter if I want. And I don't really recommend that because it's going to send them to your zoo instead of to that individual image. You can share it to Facebook, you can email it to 10 of your friends, and then you can share it to however, if you auto post to all these different, to as many sites as you want. As right now I'm only set up for 2, but as right now I'm not going to do that. Then you can also flag it if you don't like it, or what I mean by not like is if it's inappropriate, something that shouldn't be shared, you would flag it and it would alert the administrators of the site to either delete it or take care of it. And then next is your settings. You got your general, which is going to change your password. Make sure to put your website, because that is going to be a do follow link. If you want to change your username, you have to delete the zoo account, so make sure you pick a good name. Set it to set your account to public or private. Just remember, if you set it to private, no one can see you, and then there's really no point in sharing all your information unless you're just doing it for yourself. If you set it for public, share only things you would want your employer to see, or your clients would see. If you share something that's a little bit too personal or puts you in a poor light, that could affect you outside in the real world. Set your time zone if you want. Just turn off the quick tour if you'd like. And then let's go over to picture. You can upload your picture from your computer, or you can go through and select the different networks to choose from. Once you've done that, you go over to your account. This is where you're going to set up and share so you want all your friends to track and follow you and stalk you or whatever. You can choose from and then connect with those sites. You can sync your bookmark files from Delicious, Safari, or Firefox and most other services, but you can only go up to 2 megabytes, which is about 200 bookmarks. And then of course you have your email settings, and you need to set those however you prefer. And then the final step here, after you get gone through all your settings, is to go through the tools, the different options available for you. For this particular screencast, we're going to use Firefox. Firefox has a small amount of tools that you can use for bookmarking services, for actual bookmarking tools itself. You have the lasso, which is a decent little tool if you want to store anything like images and videos, and it puts it right into your zoo, which is a great little tool if you just want to grab a picture or file or something off that website. So you go ahead and use that if you like. The aquarium is just a way to access those files in your zoo easily and quickly. The Avery is a way to share between Twitter and Zoo. It does it very quickly. It's a nice little tool if you want to do both at the same time. The final one is Save This Page, and this is what it says. You basically just click save this page, and it's going to create a screenshot of that page, and it saves it to your zoo. So this is the one I use the most. Let's go ahead and show you how that works. Grab the save this page, drag it to your toolbar. I've already created one, as you can see, Zootool save page, but I'll show you how I did change the name. Went down to properties, the name, changed that to whatever you want it so you can recognize it, and hit save. I'm going to hit cancel since I've already saved one, and to delete it, just hit the delete button. So that concludes our little screencast walkthrough of the introduction to Zootools and how to configure and set that tool up to use every day. And on our next episode, we'll talk more about how you can actually use the tool and do a little walkthrough of using that tool to save a web page. So stay tuned for our next episode, and if you have any questions, you can always reach me through email on my website at evolutionarydesigns.com/blog, or you can reach me through my email on Internet Now sales page. Just hit up the contact and it sends a message to me. And if that's not fast enough, or you'd rather just go through like a social media network, you can always reach me through Twitter and through Facebook. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have.